in any sport?
In any sport?
Yeah.
Does that have to be a player? Like a guy on the field? Be a coach?
I guess it could be a coach.
Yeah,
We weren't smart enough to consider something outside the box like that.
Head coach or strength coach?
Okay. Yeah.
One of those two. You kind of,
The strength coach in a college football program, that's a big one.
It's a establishes the culture along with the head coach. It's 50-50. We spend more time with them, honestly. So it was good.
Yeah.
Ole Miss's passing defense was pretty bad last year. What have you seen out of them on tape this year?
They've improved a lot. It's definitely going to be a great challenge for us. They got great athletes pretty much at every position. They're a well-coached football team, so we're going to have to be hitting on all cylinders come Saturday. It'll be a good challenge.
Especially after facing a physical FCS team, but an FCS team nonetheless this last week. Does the size and the speed of an SEC team stick out at you on tape?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely, as advertised as SEC, they're big, strong, and fast. And, but that's not something to be discouraged about. We have to, rise to the occasion. And I think we're excited to get the challenge on, so it'll be good.
None of you guys have seemed surprised about what Laird is doing here. What is it about him that made you guys realize on Saturdays he can do this?
Yeah, just all the work that we've seen him put in. It's just no surprise when you see guys give everything to the program and it gives back to them. So that's why it's not a surprise at all to us. A little faster than I thought. Maybe that's the surprise. So he's a pleasant surprise, that's for sure. We're definitely going to need him moving forward.
He's a year older than you, or you guys? What do you remember about him when you first got here?
He's been the same guy since day one. He hasn't changed a bit in a good way. I'm sure he's changed somewhat, but at least with work ethic and all the intangibles that you'd want, everything's been consistent at least since I've been here. So,
is there a moment in practice or in summer or off-season conditioning that it sticks out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have already heard. There's one story that we all can relate to. It was this obstacle course, and it was like offense versus defense, and we were so behind. Like there's no way we should win type deal, and he was the last to go. And somehow pulled it out. Everyone, the coach, all the coaches were there for the first time. So it was kind of it was great for him to kind of show what he can do at that moment, and became one of our leaders that day for sure.
We could ask you probably about a different receiver every week, but this week with it being Mississippi, I wonder what you think of Jordan Duncan and what you've seen out of him the last couple of years.
Yeah, laser focused. I'm not saying he's. He's playing his hometown team, so he's trying way harder, or way more focused. I'd say he's a little bit more serious this week, though. We're not as, we're real. He's very locked in right now, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does the rest of the week at practice. It'll be good.
You and Wharton seem to really establish a chemistry. Is he kind of your go-to guy that you look for?
I wouldn't say I have a go-to guy. He's usually open, so that's and whatever the read presents itself, and he's usually there. And I've been lucky; he's been the guy on a couple of our big plays. And we have guys that can make plays with the ball when it gets in their hands, and it's my job to get it there. So, he's a great example. You guys have seen him make a lot of big plays this season already, and hopefully he can keep going for us.
What kind of coverages does Mississippi present?
They play a little bit of man, they play a little bit of zone, so it's going to be just trying to ID what we have at the beginning, what front's tied to which coverage and all that type of stuff. So, really going to hit film study this week and try to figure out what keys they give up on, and how I can, think about what they're telling me and how I could kind of figure out before they show, or stuff like that. Just try to figure out how we can see what they're in before they're showing. So that'll be good.
The Tennessee Martin game, it seemed like on third down they would send an extra blitzer a lot of times. Did you see that in what you were looking at?
Just splitting the reps over the summer and the spring, I think you're still seeing some idiosyncrasies, getting used to particular things your receivers do during the season.
Yeah. I wouldn't say. I mean, we got so many reps in spring and the fall. I'd never use that as an excuse why our chemistry isn't where it should be. I feel like our chemistry is very good with our top receivers, with myself and our the top starters and most of the backup guys. This week's going to be a big week for me, just trying to get better with D-Rob, and because he can be such a threat for us. And you know, and we can start, you know, using him more and more. And if I can just start hitting him, then it'll really help us. So.